Ashland. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Railcars final trip.
You too, take care. Nice to see you. I know, we're a little behind. We've actually caught up a little bit, but yeah.
We are now at green line 363rd.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a changer. That sounds right. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people yeah, you guys know yeah, right. I'm down about that. Oh, you think it's okay to get down? Right, you didn't ride for myself? Right. I used to do it when I was 9 and 10 years old. Basically, they looked at the fleet and they chose 4 cars that were in the best shape. So there's not a historical significance to the car numbers or anything. It was really the 4 cars that were in the best condition. And they did a little work on it, tune-up on them. But they wanted to start
I was doing this in 1970, 71 when they still had 4,000.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, and Roy might recall, but I'm pretty sure 4271 and 2 were picked at least in part because they weren't the last cars to go through overhaul. They were just about. They had a lot of work done.
And coincidentally, one of them was on the Skokie line.
Right, yeah.
As photos show, I don't think it was in records.
Yeah.
I don't think records have been preserved.
No, but yeah, I think it was 72. But yeah,
it was one of the 2, and of course they weren't there.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry about the office business. Cat asked us to call credits. It's just really one.
It was one of those stations you only closed when they had the renovation project.
I said, I don't know if they'll have time on the train or probably just after.
Yeah, either way. Okay, yeah, I'll give her a ring. Yeah, you know what?
It's like other stations that are totally limited. Like Harvard and right, that's really for the electronics. 58.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm actually on the CTA.
in the old train.
I didn't know the train was running late. I was afraid I'd miss it.
Yeah, we're in Chicago, the South Park.
Well, you don't want to miss it.
Oh, yes,
We're eating shrimp taco, by the way.
I mean,
We're eating shrimp taco.
The train early.
Alright.
Right, they're the other end of the train. Right. They're going in different things, but
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Well, here's the thing. You do know why the green line was.
It should be, what time is it now?
No. But now it's part of the green. Or the reason why they rebuilt this was because of politics. Mayor Daley, he'd only been in office for 4 years. And he was terrified about was that African-American candidate had a strong issue against
Yes, you should. Yes.
And talk about car preservation.
Bill Wall. Bill Wall.
I know the name. I don't know.
He's the guy. Have his mark direct yet to him. That's the guy.
I'd be interested just to pick his brain on some of the
Oh yeah, he's the guy to talk to. Yeah, good guy, nice guy.
navigating some new territory here.
Right. Right. He's the guy to ask.
The thing is this.
Yeah.
It's only a mile south.
oh yeah.
No, but you don't understand. What they had to do to rebuild the green line, they didn't have the funding to rebuild the green line.
The highlighter.
You know how they got the funding? They canceled other projects and redirecting the money with federal funds.
But they were
Putting together the green line project. In other words,
I'm glad you enjoy it.
don't you expect started to rebuild Wilson? Station. Wilson Station was supposed to be rebuilt in the 90s. They canceled that project. They canceled the Howard Street reconstruction project. Only finished like 10 years ago. They canceled all sorts of projects for other things so that they could rebuild the Green Line. And the problem is the Green Line parallels other lines. It's duplicate. There's no when you don't have enough money to rebuild it. No, it was tear it down. Tear it down. The red line is down here. People use the red line. On the west side, people use the blue line. You have to remember when these lines were built, you know, like what's now the pink, the blue, and the green on the west side, they're all being built by private companies.
No, it's the ends right there.
Now it's a different world. By the way, this is the same thing that happened with the pink line. The pink line had to be rebuilt, same issue, except instead of it being satisfying the African American community, it was satisfying the Hispanic community. Daley again was afraid that by shutting down the pink line, what became the pink line, the Hispanics would have an issue. They could run a candidate against them. And it's all politics. Based on transportation, these pink line and green line should have existed. That money could have been spent on other infrastructure. For example, they had never rebuilt the pink line, the red line might now already go to 130th Street. The Halsted Street bus on Pace, which basically parallels that route, is the heaviest route in the Pace system. Carries like 6,000 a day. And most people won't ride a bus, they will ride a bus. Well, I'm just saying, redirect your money to more important stuff. Or red line north, nearing 100 years old. The viaduct and bridges are nearing 100 years old.
He's talking loud enough with everybody in the last car in here.
I rebuild to service to duplicate some service. It's a transfer. They made a big mistake. They made a big mistake. They put the Android Expressway around. Should have shut down the L route. And it parallels. Well, right. Well, yeah, but here's the reason why you build. It's on the ground. It's cheap to build. The L structure is more expensive to maintain than a ground structure.
That's the great thing about America.
No, remember, you're in an era where
country. I've been in and out of that type of environment, you got to.
I'll just offer my 2 cents for today, which is I'm glad to see they're finally expending the historical fleet. Too bad they didn't make the decision a year ago.
Direct money goes priority.
Right. Or 22.
Yeah, I guess they've still got 22.
There's a pair of them down here at 61st, yeah.
But they're in bad shape.
Yeah, they're pretty well stripped. Well, there are people that tried
This whole L structure.
to get them to save a couple, but they didn't want to hear that.
I work with the transit.
Now,
Probably drives better backwards.
I mean, we're 3 blocks east of the expressway. Where's the ridership?
Yeah.
Right. You can't fund something based on a potential 40 years in the future. I know, 40 years in the future, you're gonna spend money.
Graham was saying to me the other day,
Spend money that
baby
spend money now.
Yes. I was surprised when he told me that they maybe keep 4 of these. I thought, wow, that's something.
Yeah, well, initially, I mean, they're all the charter and all these meeting, but I guess they've got 2 charters.
Okay. That'd be nice if they could keep them all. Yes.
Yeah, it would be nice.
But where do you put them?
Horrible. I'm like, it was great.
Where do you put them where they're not going to get, like what happened today?
Yeah, well, you know, like I was saying earlier, when I found out Monday that they were sitting in my yard,
Right.
almost the same time that I found out what was going on today. It's like, well, do I say where they are? No, I don't need to say where they are.
Right. Yeah, no, that was probably a good idea.
And gee, that may be the sense of the
Bottom line. Right. It kind of looks like it's not really...
The speeds now, because of today's greater traffic congestion than then, you know, we got many more cars than back in 1945 or 1950 Chicago. Buses actually go no faster than the streetcars do. Average speed.
They probably go even slower right now.
No, from what I've read, it's about the same. But the thing is what's the difference is the streetcars' ridership was far higher. I mean, the amount of ridership that they had was huge because people weren't as car dependent. Now, literally everyone has a car. The wife, the husband, the teenage kid, everyone's got a car.
That's starting to change now, though. Again.
I know, kids don't want cars now. They can't afford it.
And they're just not interested.
Yeah, but I think if cars, if they were making enough money, they might be more interested. But the wages now that kids earn isn't enough for them to afford. You know, they're paying so much now for college debt and that they can't afford to have cars. It's like why have a car? And their value system, like you said, your value system has changed. That's true. I know that.
Green line to a red line train.
But part of it also is they can't afford to have a car.
Next stop for this train will be Roosevelt and the red line subway.
No, it wasn't the little diamond ones. It was
Duncan, it was like the CTA.
what CTA had, yeah.
They must have gotten a second hand then, I guess.
I don't know. Put it this way, there's a Pace still has a bus from the North Strand days, bus 460. Sometimes they take it to like the Illinois Railway Museum for Antique Vehicle Day every August. And it's there and you look at it, that fare box, it's a fare box that they had when I was hired.
Pace divisions that did that or just yours?
I don't know about the other ones because I never worked at the other garages.
Yeah, because
Back then in 1985, all these different garages, many of them were
You want him to try and hold his hand?
privately managed but subsidized by Pace. Then Pace started taking them over. The West Towns became Pace West. South Suburban Transit became Pace South. Nortran, which had been United Motor Coach, became Pace Northwest. 1993, Pace North Shore was created out of what had been Will Bus. Will Bus was town of Wilmette. Bus
You're still not doing uniform.
Well, no, each division has its own union local, you know.
Why didn't they just keep the names from before? I mean,
well, I don't know. That's a management decision. I don't know about that. I'm just an average guy working in a garage at night. You know?
Oh, you work at night, huh?
Well, yeah, because the buses come in at night. We're not like CTA where you got 24-hour operation.
Except on the south side. Yeah.
Right. The Halstead line now has 24-hour operation. Put it this way: we got a couple buses that come in at midnight, a couple that come in at 12:30, two that come in at 1:30, and the last one's at 2 o'clock. No, there's one other at 3. There's one also at 3 a.m. But I go home at 2.
Do you service them every day? Every bus?
Well, I mean, yeah, every bus that goes out gets serviced every day and washed. So usually it's about 100, 105 buses we do.
Passing through our new Cermak McCormick plant station under construction and opening for service in the next few weeks. Take a look outside your windows and get a preview of the new Cermak McCormick plant station.
Yay!
There was a station here into the 70s and they tore it down and now they're putting it back.
Well, things change.
Actually, about a month ago, with my cell phone, I recorded about 30 videos.
Back then in the 70s,
I actually need to upload
McCormick Place was further away.
Was that before it burned down?
No.
It's gotten bigger and bigger.
McCormick Place has expanded westward towards here.
Because you know the first one burned down.
Right, it burned down in
was the Lakeside Alley, and
1967.
now there's like another 3 exits.
The original McCormick Place was east of Lakeshore Drive. That was replaced in 67. It burned down in 67. And since then, they built the south building and a west building, and now the whole complex is closer to the L. And stuff has been going on between the L and McCormick Place to fill in. So now the L, it's not so isolated from the L anymore.
Yeah, I was on that.
That's the theory.
Oh yeah. Oh, they went into the 97th yard. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, you know what's sad is Pace doesn't issue transfers anymore.
So where's that? Oh, there you are.
Attention passengers, in just a moment we're going to go down in the State Street subway. We're following a routing used by north-south route trains from 1949 to 1993. Following the old Englewood-Howard route.
93 was one.
But I guess
Englewood
in honor of the last trip of the 2400.
But you know what's it's unfortunate they got rid of the transfer cards with Metro now.
Well, they had to go to a new system because the magnetic strip card manufacturers were phasing out the technology.
Really? Yeah, MTA uses.
From what I understood, they were being phased out.
So Pace had no choice in it.
Well, remember, Pace is, I used to call it the tail of the dog. They have to follow what CTA does.
They could have.
And then I realized a few years ago that we're not even that significant. Pace is not the tail of the dog. We are the, as I forgive my French, the shit-covered tip of the tail of the dog.
And so every
Pace is nothing when it comes to public transit in Chicago in terms of the politicians. They'll listen to CTA, they'll listen to Metro, but Pace is concerned. No one cares about Pace.
I guess they could issue paper transfers again if they wanted to.
No. Administrative headache. Believe me, they're happy to get rid of the whole thing. They don't want to bring back transfers. No way.
They didn't mind the transfer cards, I guess, but
I'm not sure.
They don't want to issue paper transfers.
Yeah, so I noticed going southbound, there's all this equipment here. They're doing work on the tunnel last weekend. They must be installing fiber optic cable or something.
I think what I heard is it was going to be so they could have like 4G.
They're upgrading cell phone technology. Yeah,
because it's still not totally above the blue railing. That's what I heard.
At least CTA is not paying for it, I think.
Well, they better not.
Yeah, if it's, I would feel better if it was like one of the CTA fleeing the bill, but like one of the cell phone companies. That'd make me feel better.
CTA did it?
I thought supposedly they weren't fitting the bill. They went into some kind of agreement where they mostly favored nothing.
The red cell there. That's coming up from below here on our left. There's a red cell ahead of us.
Yes. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Really? Cool.
I just don't think that Apple is higher priced.
It is.
And I don't think it's as good as what you
Doors on the right at Fullerton.
You don't have an Apple.
Purple and brown line trains at Fullerton.
And just because it's raining, everyone's buying, you know, Austin Smart. Well, I mean, like,
I do feel like the Apple, like the culture, that hipster culture that's down so much here.
Somewhat, yeah.
It's been really focused on it. Like I said, I'm not a fanboy. I by no means feel like
What are hipsters? Yeah. Where are they?
What stop are we at? We're almost at, yeah, I'll be getting off here. I can go to Belmont and come back on the brown line. I just feel, I just have strong feelings with Apple, just like you guys. Just,
no, I really don't have something.
advertisements, you know, big billboard is mainly all white with big Apple logo. It says like iPad Air 2, you know, coming soon. I'm like, hey, you know, it's not like it's advertised enough, bro. And I don't know how much change it has before Steve Jobs, you know, passed, but I don't know how much change or alter.
You know, if Steve Jobs had treated his cancer right away instead of trying the napkin stuff, he'd still be alive.
I found this funny joke though. It was a poster and it said,
brown line trains at Fullerton.
it said like,
This
first
is
we
a red
lost
line train to
Steve
Howard.
Jobs, then we lost like Kevin Bacon or something, like his last name was Bacon, B-A-C-O-N, and it was like, then we lost like,
This is the red line train to Howard, red line making all stops to Howard.
yeah, that was it.
It is also the ceremonial farewell trip for the 2400 series cars. This series of cars will be retired at the end of this trip. Last run for the 2400. Red line to Howard, all stops, all aboard.
You have Facebook now?
No, I actually technically have a Facebook. More stuff on this side.
And I'd have no problem.
Yeah.
Wilson and Loyola if they got stations.
So I got naturally all the other ones, but I wanted to get that.
So they've got 7 PCCs now?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Clear, and then we're laying this train up in Skokie Yard. Nobody can ride with this train to Skokie Yard, so please look around your area to make sure you have collected all your personal belongings, and we sincerely appreciate you riding with us today. A lot of you have been with us all day, and we greatly appreciate that. Please let the CTA know how much you enjoyed the adventure today on the last ever ride of the 2400 series rail cars. And let's hope 2015 is a good year for all of us, and especially for the CTA. Thanks again for riding, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jared.
As a kid, I liked the 6000s. I didn't even know what they were at the time.
Well, that's a nice thing about what we do, that we always have something new to learn.
Yeah.
Something, it may be old, but it's new to
New
us.
to, yes, exactly.
This is Howard Street. As far as this train goes, all passengers must leave the train. No passengers aboard this train. No passengers, please.